Abusua yi na ebe kaya over the weekend and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Eto nsa efre all media houses efre Ghana for central for nyina so omumra na omune no emechichu nkomo na de obi akoma so bia no wonka emfanche no. Fast forward yakopon adom ma eba so no ana obi busa na question ba ko pese bossu we de wadaro ma nim se oman no mo na mo ka bia ewom nanso wo se yento abano mfama na de benti na abano yento mo esanso eto so abusa wo se the last 8 years no waban na ewo so na digitalization mo de baye ene Ghana card ya mo implement ya mo de nyina e baye no emfaso ben na mo betimi de msase mobo akase e de abremo na ensembe na the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana e de etuja na sa anu ye ben na ode ema abrante no Ghnet TV sini subscribe ema me like na share na onyan so ensa enka bi oman papa na wa feel free so obeche wadwen e wo ensem bi se hu e de amame na mepa mu no mekenkan ama obi ahu se de niam esi ekọ e wo oman ni mu now ensema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e de etu na say anu yi a ode ema so training no ene say the last 8 years ha oba ya ode na dan kwakofo ado eba be ye adwuma no otena se hu se bebia enkutahudie bebrebe ekoso bebia sika exchange of sika ekoso obi won ma bia me ba beto ade na ode sika twitwire de de ama obi ehonom no omutimi negotiate ama bribery and corruption ekoso honom to otena se no hu se passport office sa na ma ekoso ye pa esanse Ghana for ye tututu ekwan bebrebe untu kwan po a opeso ye passport de to honom so intino aya na nipa bebre ekogu honom ehonum say no easy cramp say amanfo ebetua bribe de ama obi say de be ya nsa ebeka ne de entem fast forward no mo say free ene de call say opesa o passport officer to application forms no online sa auto area obetua sika kakra bi de ama aban no na ya book appointment date de amount date no eson ya na wafa okuku nkaka na wako office one na yakotwa biometric picture no ene ne o sa wo ye nyina honom sa na ma wo nyina no ne ma omode egu akwa ma boa ama bribery and corruption eso eteye omosan so to aso de Ghana card enso de bae Ghana card no omode bae no ma yehu omo a mo free oman ni mu ene omo a mo free oman ni mu a omode Ghana nkrata adwuma wo oman semu ye chi omo nyina ma yehu se sankofo wi omo free oman ni mu obi won so a na okobe senate officer obi won ma wadi 60 years de atwam nanso na aban egusu atwa ne ka so obesori ama obi aba pa de lai ensi eda esanse enye ne busu nipa de akonya no onsi emfrisu da ensema the vice president edi etuja no yentie bi emra
make the point that when it comes to corruption, I believe that we should stop corruption ex ante, that is before it happens, rather than deal with it ex post after it happens. That we should look at, and this is why I believe that digitalization holds the key to dealing with corruption. And why do I say so? When I look at the impact of the Ghana card on the public sector payroll, it gives me a lot of confidence that we are on the right path to deal with corruption ex ante. The Ghana card provides unique identity backed by fingerprints for every adult Ghanaian so far. We've issued 18 million Ghana cards. And so when we look at SNIT, for example, when they went through their pensioner payroll and tried to make sure that everybody had a unique identity on the payroll, they found out 29,000 ghost pensioners just because of the Ghana card. And that saved SNIT almost 400 million Ghana cedis from the 29,000. National Service Secretariat found 44,000 ghost service personnel, savings of over 350 million. And using digitalization in the Ghana card, we've been able to eliminate all ghost workers on the Controller and Accountant General payroll. And that is a major advancement in the fight against corruption, because these are things that have been there for a very, very long time. But digitalization is helping us to deal with it. And when you come to the area of the tax, domestic revenue mobilization and people's compliance with tax laws and and all of that. When we came into office, only 4% of the, what do you call it, adult population of Ghana had tax identification numbers. Only 4% had tax identification numbers. So we made the decision. I said, look, why don't you make the Ghana card number the tax identification number? Suddenly, once we did that, suddenly 85% of adults in Ghana suddenly have tax identification number. So we can tell going forward who has filed, who hasn't filed, where they live, and so on. We tackled corruption, passport office with digitalization. And since we digitalized operations at the passport office, revenues have gone up almost ninefold at the passport office. Ninefold. Same with DVLA, digitalizing DVLA. We've seen significant increase in revenue. When we digitalize ECG, and ECG no longer collects cash for payment of electricity, you've seen revenue collections go up from 450 million Ghana cedis to 1.2 billion Ghana cedis, just by digitalization. You are looking at paperless ports and the way clearing goods at the ports have gone so far. Everybody can attest that you have been able to see a reduction in corruption. The Ghana.gov platform that we have implemented, by the way, you almost about 99% of all MMDAs are on the Ghana.gov platform. And that means that payments to government and are largely not leaking. The Ghana.gov is collecting about 200 billion Ghana cedis on the platform a year. And a lot of this would have normally gone through cash, and then we would have had leakages. What we want to do moving forward with fighting corruption is my proposal in the manifesto that our government must become a blockchain government. A blockchain government, which means that we operate on the basis that all transactions that you do within the government space are locked in, cannot be changed, are traceable, even if it is 100 years, they are all traceable. So you cannot go and change any things within the government space. And that is where we need to go. So far, UAE wants to be the world's first blockchain government. They are on course. Ghana wants to be the world's second blockchain government.
Vice President Etwaso Edi Ensemble Etujwa, Osanso Eka Bibi Edifa, taxa, Omodi Etu betting, any levy Omodi Ebain ho. Or Chere who said the reason Omodi Omodi betting. Taxes are too betting so Nina say, or Mushe, no one say you to know betting you chay pa, Nana, dear soon and lady, and Intina Ghana Fono, Yampe Ejuma and Fanya, because I'm to me a beer company be. Now I'm on for a bed, my mobile Mrs. Seminole or form any at the day. It is say, Omodi taxes are to Sadia, the rate of choir, boys never so a two, a bet, a so a betty. Omoya so who say, a boa, name Mumu, a sound so more el quambuzo. I don't do a two about Edemana or bar obeying in Eddie a free honum. Sa ensem bi say no ya na sometimes me transia me dwene ho a me ntia say e be kam be ka se kobi aya munya abotre na mu campaign mu kam adwen e de kire empanyfo ndo enye sa ene tew na say ye nyina ye tew o man mu ye ni twa bi ye kan bia ma nwere to mamufo no ho ena ne mu say mu ba implement taxes ene levy e de aba ene de o say ento aba no emfa ma ho na obeyi e de afri honum ensem bi say no o my papa kire wadwen e o Ghnet so e fa ma me feel free na say o be share e de ama me na wa like it so e de ama me and report making kind e your comment no e de ama o Ghnet TV sini media no copy best King James edit and I saw my cinema jumodi we me de bro that say waje bre na o tie me macra